You may think that fasting is the best way to lose weight, but there's a right way and a wrong way of using it. Stay tuned and find out how. Hi everyone, Floyd Meyer here with Catalyst Impacts, and today we're going to be talking about fasting and weight loss. Now, for those of you that are working to make your positive impact in the world, I know that you guys are busy, and it may feel that in order to accomplish your goals, in order to make the impact that you want to do, that you are going to need to sacrifice your health. And I'm here to tell you this is not the case. You can implement effective and efficient strategies like the ones I'm going to teach you and keep your body performing at a high level for years, decades to come. And this is going to increase the positive impact that you are able to have in the world. And one thing that tends to happen over the years is that people notice that they gain weight, especially for those of you that are really busy. A holiday here, a couple pounds there, and then you wake up one morning and you realize that you've gained 10, 20, maybe even 30 pounds, and you weigh more than you've ever weighed in your life. Now, with all of the information that fasting, there's so many articles and videos and blogs, you may be thinking that fasting is going to be the best way. This is going to be the way for you to lose weight. But there is a right way to do this and a wrong way to do this, and I want to dive into those today. So I've seen this happen personally many times, and let's look at an example of the wrong way to do things first. So let's think of an example. We're going to name him Steve, and Steve has decided that he is going to lose weight. And the way that he's going to do it is by implementing fasting. He's watched some videos, he's read a couple articles, and he believes that fasting is going to be the best way for him to end up losing weight. So what he does is Monday morning rolls around and he's going to fast today. So what he does is he ends up skipping breakfast, which is abnormal for him, and he ends up skipping lunch. So all day he's at work and he's tired, he's irritable, but he has made the decision he is going to stick with this fast. So he sticks with it all day long. He has a couple of energy drinks, grabs a Red Bull, it's a little bit of extra coffee, which isn't too out of the ordinary, especially with it being a Monday. But he pushes through. And then what happens is it's dinner time, so now he goes and he wants to eat some food. And he ends up eating way more than what he would normally eat. And after he's done eating, he's so hungry. I mean, who can blame him? He hasn't eaten all day long, literally. And after dinner, what he does is he goes and he gets more dessert because, he's earned it. He missed breakfast, he missed lunch, so he can take those extra calories in. So he ends up eating late, eating dessert, eating more than he would normally eat. Now, how do you think that Steve is going to do in the long run? As you can probably guess, eventually he's going to get tired of feeling tired all the time. He's going to get burnt out by being irritable and not eating and having to skip on a bunch of different engagements. So he's not going to be able to eat lunch with his coworkers or go out for any kind of business things. He's just going to have to sit there, and eventually he's going to go back to his regular way of eating. He's not going to keep up with this lifestyle for the long term because he hasn't built the sustainable habits that would need to push him through. Now, he may end up actually losing a little bit of weight. I mean, if you skip breakfast and skip lunch, if you do that for a long enough time, you're probably going to end up losing some weight. And this may even keep him going for a little while, but eventually he is going to get tired of this feeling, tired of feeling bad all the time, and he's going to go back to his regular diet. Now, the problem, and that he doesn't even realize this, is that not only has he set himself up for failure, but in fact, by doing it this way, by losing this weight quickly, and especially by doing it by starving yourself, by not eating for such a long period during the day, what's going to happen is that he has primed his body. He has made it more difficult for him to lose weight in the future. And he's going to gain all of that weight that he lost back and some, because now his body is in that starvation mode that we all hear about. And if you just end up skipping breakfast, skipping lunch, you're probably going to activate this pathway that's going to make you hold on to all of your calories. And this is definitely something that we do not want. So now that we've heard how to go about things the wrong way, so he ended up starving himself, he was overly restrictive, he made it too complex, he was trying to skip breakfast and skip lunch every single day, and he was focusing on speed, he was focusing on losing that weight quickly, and all of those things are going to set you up for failure. So let's look at how I would recommend implementing fasting for long-term sustainable weight loss. So the first step is that you want to keep it really, really simple. My favorite type of fasting by far is called time-restricted eating, or TRE. And time-restricted eating is going to be a more enjoyable practice for you. It's been shown that the people that have implemented this, they've done multiple studies on it, the people that they got to implement the time-restricted eating, they wanted to keep doing it even after the end of the study ended. So that's amazing. You know, these people actually wanted to continue doing it even after the study was over. And it's going to be long-term and sustainably focused. So what I recommend doing is you need to keep your eating window to less than 12 hours. And that's it, just less than 12 hours. They've done the studies on it. There haven't been any proven benefits of doing an 8-hour window or 9-hour window or a 12-hour window. It just has to be less than 12 hours. And this is something that we all can implement very easily. So say you wake up at around 8 o'clock in the morning and you wake up and you get your coffee. Okay, great. That is going to start your eating window. So now you have 12 hours to get in all of your calories, all of the food that you're going to eat, all of your drinks other than water. You can drink pure water at any point, but tea, coffee, shakes, anything like that, you want to try and get in that 12-hour window. So if you start at 8 a.m., you want to end at 8 p.m. And that's literally it. That's the one thing that I want you guys to focus on so that you can implement fasting to lose weight in a real sustainable way. And when you can stick to this eating window, this is what I do personally. I just keep it to a 12-hour window. What's amazing is that you are building the metabolic machinery that's necessary to make you better able to fast. So fasting can be thought of like a muscle that you can get stronger at it. It's a skill that you can get better at. And by implementing this 12-hour window, this time-restricted eating window, you are going to get better able to fast. So what I really, really recommend you guys do is stick to this 12-hour window and do it for at least a month. And I want to promise you, I don't believe that you're going to end up losing 30 pounds in this month by implementing this. There are certain people that are going to end up losing weight by doing time-restricted eating, and those people are the ones that end up doing a lot of late-night snacking. So just by following this 12-hour window, what you're going to do is you're going to end up cutting out all of those extra calories that you would be taking in from your late-night snacks. So if you stop eating at 8 p.m. and normally you did a bunch of eating, you ate a bunch of chips or desserts or stuff like that late at night, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., if you cut those out, you're going to cut out those calories, and that may put you at enough of a calorie deficit for you to actually lose a lot of weight. But for most people, what you're doing is you're building the habit. You're building the metabolic machinery that will make you better able to fast in the future. So once you've been able to implement this, you've done this for a month solid. You don't have to do it every single day. Weekends are going to happen. You're going to want to go out with friends and stuff like that. But consistently, most days, you should be following about a 12-hour eating window. And once you've implemented this for, say, 4 weeks, so you've implemented it for a whole month, then you can really start focusing on adding in new lifestyle strategies that are going to make you lose even more weight. And I'm going to be going over how to boost your metabolism and increase your energy in the next video, but a couple of easy things that you can do. So now you've implemented this time-restricted eating, you're consistently following it. Now what I would really recommend doing is making sure that you're getting enough protein. So at every meal, you should be taking in an adequate amount of protein. So there's different portion guides that I can show you, or you can do it based off of your weight, whatever is easiest for you. But you should be getting sufficient protein at every meal. And this is going to help keep you satiated. It's going to help keep your muscle mass up, which is going to make you better able, you're going to burn more calories. The more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn, so the more food that you can eat, which we all generally like to eat more food. And then once you've added in enough protein, so you're following the time restricted eating, now you're getting enough protein at every meal, then you can really focus on adding in vegetables, especially greens, things with micronutrients in them, the things that are going to make your metabolism work even faster. And again, I'm going to go into that more in the next video, but I wanted to kind of lay out the next steps for you guys. So if you are looking to implement fasting so that you can lose weight, there's a couple of simple things that you need to do. One, start with time-restricted eating. Get that 12-hour window. Stick to it consistently. Keep that 12-hour window. Think long-term, sustainable processes, things that you can implement over time so that you're gonna form that habit and build that momentum that we all run off of. Things to not do, don't make it too complex, don't be too restrictive, don't starve yourself, and definitely don't focus on speed, focus on long-term sustainable practices. I hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, please like and share this so we can get this information out to even more people. Again, this is Floyd Meyer with Catalyst Impacts signing off.